Okay, so Bob Iger, I think he was in charge the whole time. I don't think he ever left. I thought he was pulling the strings from behind the scenes the whole fucking time.
You know what I thought? I thought it was very curious when he decided to leave. There's something that happened around the world, you know, some of us remember. Suddenly he was just gone, enjoying his life for a few months, you know. Now that everything's back, suddenly he's back in charge.
Yes, because there was a guy, if I'm not mistaken, there's a guy named Tom Staggs. Tom Staggs was positioned to be Bob Iger's replacement. I think this was right before they purchased Lucasfilm. Tom Staggs was like the number 2 in command at Disney, and he worked with him for a while, and then suddenly like it got to a point where it was clear that he wasn't going to be the guy that could replace Iger, so he was fired, or maybe he was demoted or put somewhere else. Either way, the point was he was not going to be the successor to Bob Iger, and they were always looking for someone who was going to be this person that they could mold to take over. And all of a sudden Bob Chapek, out of nowhere, like right when the coronavirus starts to shut down everything overseas, and right when all of the movies from overseas and theme parks were being impacted, this was right before it came to the States. All of a sudden Bob Iger, I'm stepping away, I don't want to do this anymore. And it just was like, whoa,
didn't make any sense.
Didn't make any sense.
They paid that guy a Brinks truck, a Rippaverse worth of cash to be a fall guy. Like that's what I believe. I'm like, Bob Iger was like, I ain't taking this. I'm gonna go on hiatus for a while. And then Bob Chapek made $40 million or something like that. He'll fail up. He'll go be the CEO at like Microsoft or some bull, you know, after this anyway.
I don't know if it was he was in charge the whole time. Obviously, he actually was, like, to a certain extent until the end of the year that he retired, right? Till the end of 2021, because he stayed on as executive chairman of whatever.
Like 6 months, yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny because people started commenting on like a short that I did like a long ass time ago, where I basically was saying the same exact thing, that it's like, hey, it's weird how he quit this way right before everything went bad. It's almost like Bob Iger knew that things were going to get really bad for Disney because there might be a global economic crisis. The parks were going to shut down, all of these things. So he just got out of there, let somebody else get in there to take all those bullets so he could come back and be like, look at me, I'm going to save the company now. And when it comes to this whole, I see people right now that are celebrating because, oh, this is an indictment of woke Disney. That's what's going on. And it's like, Bob Iger is the one who started all this shit.
Yes.
Now, Bob Chapek did not approve a single one of these scripts of Phase 4.
But he certainly didn't push back against anything either. No. The people out there with the Bob Chapek is anti-woke narrative, that's also just fucking bullshit. Like, let's just be frank about it. Look at the things he did do while he was here. The things he chose to do.
Yeah, well, he's a business guy, .tm. Like, I actually don't think that he wanted to get into the parental rights and education bull until the 17 employees stormed his office and made him do it, because he wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, this dude bent the knee. Is the first opportunity he had. He bent the knee to the LGBTQ mafia, to the 10 trans people that work for Disney, right? He bent the knee to them. And not just that, they also took the position as a company that they were going to make it their fucking duty to get a law overturned in the state of Florida that prevented the sexualization of kindergartners. That's what Bob Chapek decided to do.
I don't believe for a second that Bob Chapek was pushing against anything, but that's by default, because I truly do not believe this man was in charge of the company. I do believe he was a face, because Bob Iger is a manipulative son of a bitch. He's politically savvy. He's not creative. He doesn't know how to create. He doesn't know how to invent. What he does know how to do is use Disney's money to buy shit that other people made great and then kind of put it in that formulaic Disney model of what they've done. Bob Iger fired John Lasseter. John Lasseter is the man that basically gave us Pixar. What happened to Pixar after that happened? Now they're just woke as hell, dude. It's terrible. Lucasfilm.
Would you ever think you'd see Pixar movies not making money?
I know.
I never thought
losing hundreds of millions of dollars.
It's crazy.
I mean, on a cartoon, it's never crazy in my life thought that they could screw up Pixar, but they absolutely did.
What is it? The feminization of all these male properties. That's what Disney has done. They've taken all these boys' properties and they feminized them. That's what they've done. And that is a Bob Iger decision. So Bob Iger coming back to the company is not saving, it's not fixing, it's not anything. It's Bob Iger coming back into the fold to finish what he started. That's what it is. Nothing's going to change.
And for some of the conservative commentators that think that bringing back Bob Iger will fix the woke, that's who was in charge when they fired Gina Carano. just for being a conservative. Just so it's fucking clear. And I'm sick and tired of seeing that over the past couple days. I'm sick and tired of seeing Bob Chapek, anti-woke savior. He didn't have enough time to get it done. Fucking bullshit. Trust your fucking eyes.